Hello, astronomers. Dr. Sabri and I have been working hard using the data that you have collected, and we have decided that Orion is the most prominent constellation in the December sky. So, based on what some of our hypotheses have been, we believe that Orion is posted in the December sky on the artifact. Your job today will be to work with your group to decide what constellation you and your group would like to put in place for the last piece of the constellation. You'll start this process by going to page 59 in your investigative journal, and you're going to list all the constellations that you would see at midnight when you face south during the month of March. If we look around our artifact, you'll see that the different pieces of the artifact represent different times of the year. When we get to the month of March, there are several constellations that are visible. Please use the sim to take a look at all the constellations that are visible, and then once you and your group have finished your list, you can decide as a group which constellation you believe would be most visible at that time. When your group decides upon that, you can draw your constellation and what you think the missing piece would look like here. You can also put the constellation as the answer to number 1. Once your group has finished page 59, you can move on to brainstorming your CER. To wrap up this project, we will be writing a group CER. Every member of the group can write the exact same thing, and you can work together to brainstorm on exactly how you want it written. All the directions are attached to this official report. So it says, for our last official report, you will be giving your opinion on which constellation should be shown in the last piece. This will include a CER response and drawing of the entire artifact. For today, you'll just be brainstorming. You'll be using your notebooks on a blank page and coming up, brainstorming some different ideas. What your claim will be, what evidence you'll use to support it, and how you will reason yourself. The entire group should be active during this process. As your group brainstorms your CER response, the question itself is what constellation could be missing. Use that for your restate sentences. Make sure to include evidence. You have access to all the books. You have access to all the books that are available, so use any of the books that you need. Don't forget to check over what is a scientific explanation to make sure you are pushing your CER response to be the absolute best that it can. Number 1 and most important is you need to make sure you answer your question. Number 2, you need to describe the things that are not as easy to observe, things that are difficult for us to observe here from Earth. Number 3, based on ideas you've learned from investigations in text, you have to have the evidence to back it up, using the scientific language that's posted on the wall. And don't forget that you are writing this for an audience. Dr. Sabri is very qualified in her field of archaeology, but she is not an astronomer. So make sure you explain it in a way that non-astronomers can also understand. Once again, today is just a brainstorming session, so you and your group can create a plan. You can even sketch out the entire artifact if you want, but it is just a pre-write for today, and we will complete the final CER as a group on Monday.